Welcome into another drum lesson. This time we're going to break down the blast beat that I just played. So in this beat I'm playing quarter notes on the stacker cymbal and 16th notes on the snare drum. And the sticking pattern will be together, left, right, left. Together, left, right, left, together, left, right. So let's break down what the hands are doing individually. The right hand is playing eighth notes between the stacker and the snare drum. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and as we get faster, we'll have sort of a windshield wiper motion happening between the two instruments. And then the left hand, we're going to play 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 1. So when I played it slow like that, it was all wrist. But what happens when we get faster, the very first time the left hand plays, we're going to do a double stroke. And the way we can avoid getting this kind of loud, soft sound, we want a very even sound. So what we're going to do is hold the stick loose, and I'm going to flick the wrist up, and notice the fingers and the stick come out. And then I'm going to bring the tip towards the drum head, and I'm going to wait for the first note and then pull the stick into the hand. Then we'll get an even sound. Then from here on out, it's all going to be 3 hits for the price of 1 rather than 2 hits for the price of 1. So it's the same idea. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer before I pull that note into the hand. Alright, so here is a slow to fast demonstration. And again, when I'm going slow, it's all wrist. Together, left, right, left. Together, left, right, left. Right about there. The technique takes over. And of course you want to reverse the sticking so that you can access cymbals on the left side of your drum set. And you might even find this is easier than the first way I demonstrated because you're probably used to playing 3-note patterns on your ride or your hi-hat. So now we just move that to the snare. So the pattern is now together, right, left, right. So the right's going 1E, a 2E, a 3E, a 4E, a 1. And the left is going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Put it together. Alright, so all that's left now is to introduce the double bass. So we're just going to play right, left, in unison with the hands. So we'll be playing 16th notes. So let me demonstrate real quickly here a left hand lead and a right hand lead on the drum set. We just spoke about how we can conserve energy with our hands. We can also conserve energy with our feet as well. So if you want to stay with single strokes, what I like to do is incorporate kind of a push-pull that we do with our hands with our feet. Because what happens if we're playing heel up, we have to drop our leg to play the first note, and then we have to lift the leg back up in order to play the next note. So what we can do is roll forward on the way up. So we'll get 1 note on the way down, 1 note on the way up. So you'll have basically down with the right, down with the left, up with the right, up with the left. So you get this kind of motion happening with our feet. So let me demonstrate that. And a great way to get used to this is to start with, let me move this over here. We'll start with quarter notes on our stacker or whatever cymbal you choose, and mimic that with the bass drum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll bring the upbeats over to the snare and catch the upbeat with my foot. So it's going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up with the foot. Then I'm going to sneak in that left foot. So we'll have the feet again going down, down, up, up. And then finally, once I have the feet going, I will sneak in that left hand. So if that didn't make sense when I just said that right now, check out this demonstration and hopefully it'll make sense. So another way that we can conserve energy with our feet is to use double strokes, because we'll basically get 2 hits for the price of 1. So every time the leg comes down, we'll get 2 notes. So just like with the hands, if I'm going right, left, right, left, right, left, if I double it up, I'm still going right, left, right, left, but twice the amount of notes. So it's really relaxed. So let's do that same prep exercise. So I'm going to start with quarter notes. Then when I bring the right hand over to the snare, then I'll mimic that with the left foot. So we'll have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I'll just double up each leg to get 16th notes. And from there, we'll bring in the left hand and we're going to go for endurance. So maybe grab a pad or if you're at your drum set and just play along with me. So I find I can hold stamina for a long time. That's kind of redundant, but check it out. Let's play this together and let's go for a good minute and a half or so. Alright, so we're not done yet. We can also play upbeats on the cymbal. So rather than going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we can reverse the direction and put the upbeats here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now the left hand 3-note pattern will be on the E and So now we'll have right, left, both left. Right, left, both left. And of course we'll want to lead with our left hand as well. So now the sticking will be left, right, both, right, left, right, both, right. Alright, that about does it for today. Let me just demonstrate this on the drum set before we go, and I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson.